You probably notice them every night. Those nagging ice-cold feet and hands that just won't warm up, no matter how many blankets or socks you pile on. It's more than just an inconvenience. It can keep you awake, make you uncomfortable, and steal your joy. You might find yourself dreading cooler weather or struggling to feel warm even inside your own home. This persistent coldness, this inability to regulate your body temperature, affects your sleep, your mood, and your willingness to stay active. For years, you might have been told, "Oh, that's just poor circulation," or "It's simply part of getting older, accept it." Well, stay with me, because that advice is profoundly outdated, and the true correctable reason behind your persistently cold extremities is almost certainly being missed or misunderstood, even by well-meaning medical professionals. It comes down to a single, easily corrected vitamin deficiency, one that is rampant among older adults. I'm going to reveal the one surprising vitamin link that is secretly causing your chilly toes and fingertips. But this isn't just about cold feet. This deficiency is a silent threat, an invisible force undermining your entire well-being, secretly threatening your heart health, eroding your bone strength, diminishing your memory, and even casting a shadow over your mood. It masquerades as age-related decline, fatigue, or simple discomfort, when in reality, it's a profound nutritional gap. The truth about this vitamin and exactly how simple and easy it is to fix is vital information that every senior needs to internalize today. I'll show you the simple, yet powerful, three-step fix that can start warming you up from the inside out and restore your energy, often in just a few short weeks. But you must watch until the end, because the most important step, the one that guarantees success and overcomes the biggest hurdle to absorption, is often completely ignored, even when people think they are supplementing correctly. This genuine, holistic solution is far easier, cheaper, and safer than relying on any powerful prescription medication. Let's get you fully informed, warmed up, and feeling dramatically better again. Welcome. If you've been struggling with those chronically cold hands and feet, or perhaps that general, pervasive feeling of being cold, lethargic, or mentally foggy all the time, you are absolutely in the right place. My mission is to bring you simple, highly actionable, science-backed truths that can genuinely transform your life and health as you navigate the later decades. When we talk about cold extremities, we are fundamentally talking about the health and efficiency of your circulation and what controls that circulation and the nerves that monitor it. For a long time, the medical community focused almost exclusively on blood flow mechanics, the plumbing, so to speak. But leading research now shows that one crucial vitamin acts like the body's essential nerve protector, regulator, and internal thermostat, actively shielding the blood vessels and nerves from damage. The pain point you feel is very real. You worry about serious underlying problems like heart conditions, peripheral artery disease, or even conditions like Raynaud's phenomenon. But often, the problem isn't a complex, catastrophic illness. It's a readily addressable nutritional gap causing your body's sophisticated internal engine to simply run cold and inefficiently. Today, we're cutting through all the technical complexity and medical jargon. I'm going to explain in clear, simple terms exactly how this hidden deficiency leads to coldness and a host of other debilitating symptoms. Most importantly, I'll give you a concrete three-part plan to correct it, specifically designed to bypass the absorption issues common in older bodies. You will leave here today knowing exactly how to stop the chills, protect your bones, skyrocket your energy, and dramatically improve your physical and mental quality of life. Get ready to feel warmer, more vibrant, and better than you have in years, starting now. Now let's dive straight into the core, often missed problem, the single nutrient deficiency most often and most directly linked to persistently cold hands and feet, along with the tingling and numbness that often accompanies it, is vitamin B12. Yes, Vitamin B12. Many people are surprised by this answer. Most people think of B12 just for a quick energy boost, a kind of internal pep talk, but its role in your entire circulatory system and, critically, your nervous system is far more profound and complex. Here's a simple breakdown of why B12 deficiency causes coldness and why this issue accelerates specifically as we get older. First, let's talk about the blood. B12 is absolutely essential for the healthy, proper production of your red blood cells. Think of these blood cells as the little delivery trucks, working tirelessly, carrying vital oxygen and, crucially, warmth from your core out to every extremity, every distant point in your body. When you are severely low on B12, you can develop something called megaloblastic anemia. This means your red blood cells are too large, misshapen, or simply not numerous enough to carry that oxygen and warmth efficiently to your furthest destinations, like your toes, fingers, and earlobes. If the fleet of delivery trucks can't efficiently get the cargo to the ends of the route, those ends stay chilled, starved of warmth and oxygen. This persistent, unshakable coldness is one of your body's most clear signals, crying out for better, healthier circulation. Second, and this is the vital piece of information that truly separates a simple cold symptom from a serious nerve issue, B12 is the primary building block and maintenance tool required to keep your delicate nerve cells healthy. Specifically, it helps maintain the myelin sheath, which is the protective, fatty coating around your nerves, much like the insulation around an electrical wire. If your B12 levels are too low, this protective coating can become damaged, leading to a condition known as peripheral neuropathy. Neuropathy causes two distinct but related issues in the feet and hands. Numbness, yes, but also a distorted, painful, or exaggerated sensation of coldness, tingling, or burning. Your feet feel cold, not just because they lack sufficient blood flow, but because the nerves sending messages from your feet are unhealthy and sending faulty, inaccurate signals, reporting a deep chill to your brain even when they might be mildly warm. It's a devastating double whammy. Poor delivery of warmth and a completely faulty internal thermometer. This is why B12 is so non-negotiable for comfort. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Why is this an issue that disproportionately affects seniors, even those who believe they eat a healthy diet? Because as we enter our later years, our stomach environment changes dramatically. We naturally produce less hydrochloric acid, the powerful acid needed to separate B12 from the protein it's bound to in food. Furthermore, we often produce less of a specific, critical protein called intrinsic factor, which acts as the VIP shuttle service required to transport B12 across the intestinal wall into the bloodstream. You could be eating all the necessary B12-rich foods, such as meat, fish, and dairy, but if your stomach and intestines aren't doing their part, if the acid is low and the shuttle service is absent, your body simply cannot use it. The vast majority of low B12 cases in older adults isn't about diet. It's about a profound age-related decline in absorption. This single insight is the crucial information your doctor might overlook if they simply look at your blood work without understanding the intricate digestive processes that change with age. But here's where the symptom picture gets surprising and tricky. The initial signs of low B12 are incredibly subtle. Maybe a little tingling in the morning, a general lingering fatigue that sleep doesn't fix, or a touch of unusual memory fog. You easily dismiss it, thinking it's just stress or a lack of good sleep. Then the coldness creeps in, becoming persistent and noticeable, especially at night when your core temperature naturally dips. I remember working with a gentleman, let's call him Henry, who was convinced his furnace was broken and his house was drafty because he couldn't stop shivering. After a simple, targeted B12 correction, he realized the problem wasn't the house's external environment. It was the essential thermostat inside his own body that was broken. He reported sleeping through the night for the first time in years, finally comfortable and warm in his own home again. You might think this explanation is enough to solve the problem, but we still need to tackle the biggest myth and the absorption challenge that stops people from truly fixing this condition permanently. You might now be thinking, well, I eat plenty of meat and dairy, so I must be getting enough. This can't be my issue. That is the number one misconception that keeps people deficient and symptomatic. The absorption issue, the digestive bottleneck, is the real silent danger we must address. I want to make sure you have the exact, comprehensive blueprint for correcting this, bypassing the digestive hurdle completely. So, let's look at the 3 simple, actionable steps that target this absorption problem directly and effectively. The first step in our 3-part fix is foundational. Choose the right delivery method to bypass the gut. If your stomach can't produce the acid and intrinsic factor needed to absorb the B12 from your food or standard pills, then taking another pill that goes through your stomach is often just expensive urine. It's not effective enough to correct a significant deficiency. You need a system that actively bypasses the compromised digestive tract. The simplest, safest, and most effective way to do this is with a sublingual B12 supplement. Sublingual means it is a tablet or liquid that dissolves quickly under your tongue. The B12 is absorbed directly into your bloodstream through the tiny, numerous blood vessels located there, a process called passive diffusion. This method completely bypasses the entire complicated digestive system, eliminating the need for stomach acid and intrinsic factor. This small, seemingly minor change in how you take the vitamin is, paradoxically, more important than what dose you take. When shopping, always look for B12 in the active form of methylcobalamin, which is the form most easily recognized and utilized by your nerves and blood cells. The second step is crucial for achieving true nerve repair. Pair it with a powerful cofactor. B12 is a team player. It doesn't work effectively in isolation. For it to successfully perform its job of building healthy red blood cells and facilitating nerve repair, it needs a co-pilot, a necessary partner, and that co-pilot is folate, also known as vitamin B9. Think of B12 and folate as the 2 essential tools needed to complete a complex construction project. You need the perfectly shaped bricks and the high-quality, adhesive mortar. If you take a very high-dose B12 supplement without ensuring you have enough folate, the essential metabolic process, known as the methylation cycle, can slow down or stall. You don't need megadoses, but taking a balanced, comprehensive B-complex vitamin ensures both are present, active, and working together synergistically. The beautiful hidden benefit of this dual action is that both B12 and folate help lower levels of a substance called homocysteine, an amino acid that, when elevated, is known to actively damage the fragile lining of your arteries and blood vessels. By consistently taking B12 and folate together, you're not just warming your feet, you're proactively cleaning up, repairing, and protecting your entire circulatory and cardiovascular system. This powerful, synchronized dual action is a major yet simple step toward reversing the coldness and fatigue. The third, and perhaps most strategic step, is the pharmaceutical and gut reset check. Remember how I explained that the coldness is a painful combination of poor circulation and subtle nerve damage? Often, the very root cause of the B12 deficiency is linked not just to aging, but to common everyday stomach issues or necessary medications. If you routinely take a proton pump inhibitor or PPI, such as omeprazole, for acid reflux, or powerful H2 blockers, you are artificially and effectively blocking your body's ability to pull B12 from your food because you are suppressing stomach acid. The same restrictive principle applies to metformin, a widely prescribed medication for type 2 diabetes. If you are regularly on either of these classes of drugs, you must talk to your doctor about this established nutritional link. Additionally, even a slight but persistent imbalance in your gut bacteria, often called dysbiosis, can affect the absorption efficiency in your intestines. By focusing on simple gut health support, perhaps starting with a quality probiotic and gradually incorporating fermented foods like yogurt or kefir, you improve the entire internal absorption pipeline, allowing you to maximize the benefit from your sublingual B12. This is the difference between a temporary fix and a sustainable long-term correction. So, we've covered the fundamental root cause and the simple three-part fix. But before we get to your comprehensive personal action plan, let's explicitly clear up 3 pervasive myths that keep millions of people stuck in a frustrating cycle of cold feet, fatigue, and nerve discomfort. These are the common misstatements that confuse the issue and delay real healing. The first myth is, cold feet are just a fixed sign of bad circulation that can't be reversed or fixed. This statement is simply incorrect and defeats the purpose of looking for a solution. While true structural vascular disease, like blockages, certainly exists, the majority of coldness and tingling sensations in older adults is due to a functional, easily corrected problem, namely a B12 deficiency impacting red blood cell production and nerve health. By correcting the B12 level and supporting proper nerve and blood cell formation, you can witness a dramatic, measurable return of warmth, sensation, and comfort. This isn't merely masking a symptom, it's actively fixing the underlying nutritional deficiency that directly causes the poor circulation and faulty nerve function. The second myth, perhaps the most dangerous one, is, I had my B12 checked last year and my doctor said my levels were normal, so that can't be it. This is the precise reason many people remain symptomatic for years. The normal range for B12 reported by most commercial labs is frighteningly broad and often set far too low. Many functional health experts and neurologists agree that for optimal nerve function, which is required to prevent cold feet and neuropathy, your blood B12 levels should be in the upper third of the normal range, ideally above 500 or 600 picograms per milliliter. Being technically on the low end of normal, say at 300, can still mean you have cold feet, lingering fatigue, and early signs of nerve issues. If your test result is, for example, 350, many primary care doctors will confidently tell you, you're fine. But your cold feet, tingling hands, and low energy levels may tell a profoundly different and more accurate story. If you have the classic symptoms, it is absolutely worth a safe 3-month trial of the sublingual fix, regardless of a borderline test result. Always communicate with your doctor, but advocate for optimal B12 levels, not just technically not deficient levels. The third misconception is, if I take high-dose B12 supplements, I don't need to worry about the quality of my diet. While the absorption problem is paramount and makes supplementation necessary, we must never forget that food is the ultimate form of medicine and fuel. Animal products like high-quality salmon, tuna, beef liver, eggs, and lean beef are the primary natural sources of B12. Making sure you consistently include these in your diet, if you consume them, provides the essential baseline nutrition and ensures you are getting other cofactors, like iron and other B vitamins, that help B12 execute its job effectively. A supplement is a necessary tool to bypass the mechanical absorption problem, but a nutrient-dense diet is the crucial foundation upon which all health and repair are built. Don't rely solely on a pill as an excuse to neglect whole foods, but use the supplement strategically to overcome your biological hurdle. Now that we've broken down the symptoms, the science, and the myths, let's pivot to practical, daily action. You need a functional, easy-to-follow, 3-phase routine that you can start implementing today. This is not a vague suggestion. It's a measurable, step-by-step blueprint designed to warm your body, repair your nerves, and fully restore your energy levels. This is your comprehensive 90-day warm-up and energy blueprint. In the critical first 15 days, your sole focus is on saturation and loading. This means getting your B12 levels up quickly and achieving consistent therapeutic concentration in your bloodstream. Your action step: take 1,000 micrograms of a high-quality methylcobalamin sublingual B12 every single day. Make it a habit to take it first thing in the morning when your mouth is relatively clean, placing it completely under your tongue and allowing it to dissolve fully for at least 60 seconds. Crucially, do not eat or drink for 5 minutes afterward to ensure maximum absorption through the oral tissue. During this initial phase, you will likely notice the very first subtle shifts: slightly better, deeper sleep, perhaps a small but noticeable lift in your sustained energy level mid-afternoon, and maybe a reduction in pins and needles sensations. Your primary, non-negotiable goal here is simply perfect daily consistency. For the next 30 days, day 16 through day 45, you will seamlessly integrate the power partner and actively begin your gut reset strategy. Continue the daily 1,000 microgram B12 dose, and now add a simple, well-rounded B complex vitamin that explicitly includes active folate, B9. In your diet, begin to consciously add 1 serving per day of a high-quality, probiotic-rich food: a small cup of plain Greek yogurt, a tablespoon of raw sauerkraut, or a shot of high-quality kefir. Your measurable goal for this phase is to see a definite, undeniable change in the coldness of your feet and hands. You should be able to touch your toes in the evening and feel that they are noticeably, tangibly warmer than they were 30 days prior. Your energy should feel steadier, without the dramatic dips. This is the stage where the majority of people experience the profound confirmation that this simple fix is working for them. By the 60 to 90-day mark, day 46 through day 90, you are aiming for a full transformation and stabilization. You should have consistent, comfortably warm feet and hands, and a significant, measurable, noticeable boost in your overall energy, clarity, and mood. Now, you can safely move to a maintenance dose, perhaps reducing your sublingual B12 to 1,000 micrograms 3 times a week, every other day, instead of daily. Crucial exception: if you are permanently on medications known to block B12, such as PPIs or metformin, you will likely need to stay on the daily dose to counteract the absorption challenge. This 90-day milestone is the ideal time to check in with your prescribing doctor, share your successful results and the warm comfort you now feel, and ask for a retest of your B12 level to confirm you are now securely in that optimal, high-end range above 500 or 600. This personalized, evidence-based feedback loop ensures the fix is not only successful, but is perfectly tailored to your body's unique maintenance needs for lasting comfort. Imagine 90 days from now. No more agonizing frozen toes under the covers, keeping you awake. No more waking up with that uncomfortable pins and needles sensation in your fingers. Imagine being able to enjoy an evening walk or simply read a book without feeling inexplicably chilled to the bone. This is not some far-off, unrealistic fantasy. It is the simple, accessible, and scientifically proven reality of correcting a single, common, yet debilitating nutritional imbalance. You hold the power to turn your body's internal thermostat back on, restore your nervous system's health, and reclaim your natural warmth, vitality, and deep comfort. You truly deserve to feel comfortably warm, active, and energized in your own skin again. The implementation steps are simple, but the life-changing results are profound. If this information resonated deeply with you, if you recognize these symptoms in yourself or someone you care about, please take a moment right now to hit the like button on this video. And I want to hear your story. Comment below with your age and describe the biggest challenge you face with cold hands or feet. Seeing how many people share this exact experience creates an essential, supportive community and immediately helps others realize they are absolutely not alone in this struggle. Subscribe to the channel for more simple, life-changing health truths dedicated to fostering a vibrant, energized life as you age. And be sure to click on the next video appearing on your screen now, where I share the surprising common food that you should never eat at the same time as your B12 supplement, as it actively interferes with the absorption process. Thank you for watching and taking charge of your warmth and health.